Hello everyone, I am Dr. Naya here. Basically, I am an homeopathic physician, and along with that, I have done diploma in naturopathy and yoga. So today I am going to discuss about PCOD or PCOS, whatever terminology you can use for this. So today we'll focus on more why we are suffering from this condition, why it is increasing day by day, and what measures we can take, especially at home, like lifestyle changes, diet changes, whatever we can do to reverse as well as to prevent ourselves from this condition. So first of all, let me tell you what basically the PCOS or PCOD it is. See, first of all, it is actually a lifestyle disorder. It is not a disease like any other conditions or any bacterial disease or viral disease, because there is no exact cause yet found. There are multiple reasons which are considered to cause the PCOS. And it is actually, if we see, it is acting like an epidemic nowadays more than coronavirus, because every third woman is suffering from some or other symptoms of PCOS. So our main aim today to discuss this condition is because this is disease which we can control, we can manage through our own self improvement, doing some lifestyle changes, and we don't need to go directly and visit some doctor, whether it's an allopath, whether it's an homeopath or ayurvedic, any pathy. You can do some reversible changes in your lifestyle. So first I'll explain how we can know that are we suffering from disease or do we are turning toward this stage. First of all, many female complaints about irregular period. They say that I'm not getting period on time. I'm getting 2 months delay, 3 months delay. So most of the women are very less concerned about their own health. So my first thing is, do not underestimate your periods if it is getting delayed. Once in a while, it's okay. But if it is going on for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, it requires your attention. Attention here. See, usually whenever we have a periods, it should be painless. It should be free from any symptoms naturally, because it's a natural physiology of a human. It's for a women's. Now, what happens? Most of the females have an habit. If you are having pain, they immediately take a pills like Meftas. They are using. They are using some painkillers. They think that it's a part of their body. I have to suffer with the pain. So first of all, my request to every female, don't consider pain during period as a normal. It's not a normal. Little bit of pain, little bit of discomfort is obvious because of the hormonal changes which are happening during that course of time. So first important thing, if you know that your periods are getting disturbed, if your periods are getting delayed, if you're having too much of discomfort, even emotional ups and downs during or before that period, think that something is going wrong in your body which requires your attention. Second, suddenly whenever you have such kind of symptoms related to periods and you are observing that your skin is changing, you are observing some acne, pigmentation on your face, you are seeing some hair growth, especially in chin and cheek areas. See, during PCOS, what happened actually, female body also have a male hormones in it. Now when there is any disturbance in the cycle, it is always maintained naturally. The levels of male hormones are very low. So whenever you suffer from this kind of condition, that levels increases and you start seeing the symptoms, the male pattern symptoms. Like you will start seeing that your hair is getting thin, you are seeing hair falling, and instead of that, hair growth over the chin, cheek, and even in very severe condition, they start developing on chest also. So any such symptoms, if you are noticing, live in few months or in a in past 1 year or something, make a note of it because it's not a normal. You require a proper attention. You require some changes in your lifestyle. And yeah, most importantly, for which actually the most of the people are coming towards the doctor is obesity, because PCOD is always associated with weight gain. They are saying that suddenly since few months and my periods are not regular, I'm putting a lot of weight. Obviously weight, because whenever you suffer from PCOS, your hormones get disturbed. Secondly, insulin resistance. See what happens whenever these hormones are disturbed, all the symptoms come one by one or sometimes it comes together. So only few symptoms, like if periods, skin changes, you are putting on weight, any changes in your hair, any such symptoms you are observing or observing around your family members, especially females like your daughter or a mother anywhere, consider it as an abnormal and start doing some changes in the lifestyle. So today I'll discuss some lifestyle changes. So first of all, why it is increasing? See, recently, since 20-25 years, it is increasing very sharply. Like, if you compare your mothers, your grandmothers, or even if you're at your age, 35, 40 age females who are there in this group, you see in your past, when you were menstruating, you were not suffering from so much of discomfort, so much of pain, everything. Then why today these females are suffering? First and foremost important change which we have to do in our lifestyle is sleep. I know everybody knows that you should have a proper sleep, but we should know the science behind that. Why the sleep is important if you are suffering from PCOS or if you want to prevent from that. See, whenever you sleep at a regular interval, for example, if you're taking going to bed at regularly like 10:30, 11, and waking up early in the morning, you're following a routine. The hormones which are important, the female hormones, even the thyroid hormones also play important role in this PCOS. So when you go to sleep at regular interval, the gland mostly secretes a hormone, it synthesis the hormone. So in short, any activity of hormones take place at a night. It's like a growth of them. You might have heard, कहीं बार हम लोग सुनते हैं जब हम छोटे होते हैं या हमारे पेरेंट्स कभी बोलते हैं कि बच्चा जितना सोएगा उतना जल्दी ग्रो करेगा. It's very common saying. So it's applicable even to us. We are still बच्चा only. If we sleep properly, हमारे बॉडी का ग्रोथ मीन्स नॉट अ फिजिकल ग्रोथ, लाइक ये हॉर्मोन्स का जो सिंथेसिस होना है, मेटाबॉलिज्म के लिए जो भी जरूरी है, वो सारी चीजें वो ड्यूरिंग नाइट पीरियड अच्छे से हो जाता है. सो इफ यू आर गेटिंग गुड स्लीप, इवन इफ यू कैन ऑब्जर्व, अगर आप 10 days अच्छे से रेगुलर टाइम पे सोते हो, यू फील वेरी रिफ्रेश्ड इन द मॉर्निंग. अगर आप देर रात तक 2 बजे तक जगते हो, even though you wake up at 9, 10, you are taking 7 hours of sleep, you will not refreshed. So first and foremost lifestyle change you have to do is take very good sleep. Good sleep, not only that you have to sleep for 9 hours, but it should be refreshing. जब आप morning में उठते हो, you should feel refreshed. सुबह उठ के चिड़चिड़ापन आना, गुस्सा आना, अगर ये सब अर्ली मॉर्निंग से स्टार्ट हो रहा है, it means something is going wrong in your body which requires your attention. सेकेंड एंड मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, हम लोग सुबह उठ के सबसे पहले क्या करते हैं? आजकल लोग बस जस्ट वेंट इन द लू, सी व्हाट्सएप, फेसबुक, ऑल दैट थिंग्स. बट फर्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, जब आप उठते हो, बिफोर ब्रशिंग आई सजेस्ट, एक बहुत कॉमन आजकल बहुत सारे लोग कर भी रहे हैं, कोकोनट का जो ऑयल पुलिंग करते हैं. एक्चुअली फॉर दिस काइंड ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स बहुत जरूरी है, बिकॉज टू डिटॉक्सिफाई योरसेल्फ. पूरी नाइट में हमारे बॉडी के जो जम्स है या जो भी, इट स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम माउथ ओनली, वो हमारे इंटेस्टाइन में या जो भी बॉडी में जाने का एक रास्ता ये भी है. तो बॉडी को डिटॉक्स करना बहुत जरूरी है सुबह उठ के. और अगर आप ओबेज है, आपका वेट पुट ऑन हो रहा है, आपको बहुत सारे स्किन रिलेटेड इश्यूज हो रहे हैं, हार्मोन रिलेटेड इश्यूज हो रहे हैं, तो एटलीस्ट फॉर 2 minutes or 3 minutes you can do that. And after that, do your regular brushing and always make a habit of taking some kind of detox water. अब detox water आप कुछ भी, जैसे most commonly I suggest in PCOS, before going to bed, रात को सोने से पहले जीरा है, काली किशमिश है, it is very important. उसके अंदर जो कंटेंट्स रहते हैं वो हमारे हॉर्मोन्स के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं. और अगर आपको पता है, हम पुराने जमाने में, इवन हमारी दादी कहती थी कि वो ठंडा करता है बॉडी को, तो हम उसको उस वे में ना देख के साइंटिफिकली अगर देखें, एक जीरा है, मेथी का दाना है एंड द ब्लैक किशमिश, ये 3 चीज को रेगुलरली हैबिट में रखो. बिफोर गोइंग टू बेड उसको सोक कर दो. सुबह उठ के ऑयल पुलिंग करने के बाद, ब्रश करने के बाद, इमीडिएटली टेक अ 1 glass ऑफ दिस डिटॉक्स वाटर. उसका एक बेनिफिट ये भी हो जाएगा कि आप सुबह उठ के कंपल्सरी पानी भी पिएंगे और साथ में आपका बॉडी को एक डिटॉक्सिफिकेशन भी मिल जाएगा अर्ली मॉर्निंग. नाउ ये हो गया मॉर्निंग में. पूरा डे का रूटीन समझाना चाहती हूँ कि एक पीसीओएस पेशेंट या फीमेल को कैसा रखना चाहिए ताकि वो लोग कोई भी हार्मोनल डिसऑर्डर्स, ये पीसीओएस है या कोई भी हार्मोनल डिस्टर्बेंस से बचा सकते हैं. तो सेकंड, जब आप सुबह उठते हो, सब कर लिया आपका रूटीन, ब्रेकफास्ट इज वेरी 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 इंपॉर्टेंट. बिकॉज अगर जो लोग ब्रेकफास्ट स्किप करते हैं, यूजुअली ये पीसीओएस बढ़ने का कारण एक ये भी है, वी आर स्किपिंग अवर मिल्स. स्पेशली हमने देखा कि वर्किंग वुमेन्स को बहुत ज्यादा ये चीज बढ़ रही है. सुबह उठते बस फटाफट ब्रश किया, एक दूध या चाय पी लिया, एक टोस्ट खा लिया, दे रश टू द ऑफिस. बिकॉज ब्रेकफास्ट जब आप नहीं करते, आप 10 या 12 आवर्स का जो रात का डिनर से लेके मॉर्निंग का टाइम है, उस बिटवीन को ब्रेकफास्ट को वर्ड ही इसलिए कहा जाता है ताकि आपका रात के फास्टिंग को ब्रेक करना है। और वो जो खाते हैं हम लोग, वो एक किक स्टार्ट देता है हमारे एवरी मेटाबॉलिक प्रोसेस को। अब आप कुछ भी चीज पूरा दिन चलाने के लिए फ्यूल चाहिए, तो वो फ्यूल सुबह का नाश्ता, इट्स वेरी 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 एसेंशियल। नाउ हियर कम्स ब्रेकफास्ट। सबको पता है ब्रेकफास्ट करना है, बट एक्चुअली व्हेन यू आर सफरिंग फ्रॉम पीसीओएस, बेसिकली आपको वेट गेन हो रहा है, वो सब सारे जो इश्यूज है, तो आपको कार्बोहाइड्रेट का इंटेक थोड़ा कम करना है। अब कार्बोहाइड्रेट का इंटेक अगर आप कम कर रहे हो, इट डजंट मीन कि आपको सब कुछ बंद करना है, बट उसको डिफरेंट वेज में होल ग्रेन्स को इंट्रोड्यूस करिए। जैसे मिलेट्स है, अलग अलग हैबिट रखिए, एक रूटीन बना के रखिए कि संडे आप ये खाएंगे, मंडे आप ये खाएंगे, किसी दिन मिलेट्स का जो डिफरेंट वेराइटीज ऑफ डोसास खा लिया, इडलीस खा लिया। only toast and bread butter will not work for you, और especially ये जो carbohydrates आते हैं, जो bakery products है, you have to strictly avoid that if you are suffering, not only suffering from this or lifetime, once in a while that's fine, but don't make habit of taking all these things। और पहले सुबह उठ के बस चाय पी के चले जाना, ये तो बहुत ही बड़ी बैड हैबिट है। अभी एक्चुअली उसके पीछे का साइंस क्या है, जब आप ब्रेकफास्ट सही नहीं करते हैं और मॉर्निंग, मतलब आप मान लो रात को 8-9 बजे या 10 बजे डिनर किया है, और आप डायरेक्ट सुबह उठ के चाय पी लिया और सीधा फिर लंच करते हो, ये जो गैप बढ़ता है, द गैप विच इज इंक्रीजिंग, इट इंक्रीजेस इंसुलिन रेजिस्टेंस। ये वर्ड थोड़ा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है सबके लिए समझना, बट इन जनरल मैं आपको समझाती हूँ क्या होता है। बॉडी ये समझने लगता है कि आपकी बॉडी को फ्यूल नहीं मिल रहा, फूड नहीं मिल रहा है, तो वो स्टोर करना शुरू कर देता है। जनरल लैंग्वेज में समझाए, स्टोर करना। आप सोचो, अब जब कुछ चीजें स्टोर होनी शुरू हो जाएगी, तो डेफिनेटली यू आर प्रोन टू ओबेसिटी। और इसीलिए कहा जाता है कि अगर सुबह का मील अच्छा होता है, तो डेफिनेटली आपके 10 to 20% डिजीज, पीसीओएस, हार्मोनल प्रॉब्लम, ओबेसिटी, तो सबके प्रॉब्लम्स रिड्यूस हो जाएंगे। तो माय फर्स्ट थिंग इज, फर्स्ट इज स्लीप, सेकंड डिटॉक्सिफाई योरसेल्फ, थर्ड अ गुड ब्रेकफास्ट, होलसम मील। और वही चीज एप्लीकेबल है आपके लंच और डिनर के लिए, मतलब एक होलसम मील होना चाहिए आपका। देन सेकेंड, हम लोग ये हमेशा कहते हैं, इट इज सेइंग दैट सुबह का खाना किंग की तरह होना चाहिए, लंच है वो इंसान की तरह और रात को चींटी की तरह। इट हैज टू बी एक्चुअली फॉलोड फॉर पीसीओएस प्रॉब्लम। नाउ यूजुअली हम लोग ये सोचते हैं कि ये सब जो हम करते हैं, ये सारी चीजें फॉलो करने के बाद, तो मेंटली कैसे मैनेज करें। स्ट्रेस एक वन ऑफ द इम्पोर्टेंट फैक्टर है। एवरीबडी नो कि स्ट्रेस की वजह से सारे प्रॉब्लम्स होते हैं पीसीओएस में। एक तो ये सबसे बड़ा फैक्टर है आजकल। अभी स्ट्रेस को कैसे मैनेज करें। यू नो कि योगा कर सकते हैं, मेडिटेशन कर सकते हैं, लेकिन जो लोग नहीं मैनेज कर पा रहे, दे आर नॉट गेटिंग टाइम ड्यू टू एनी रीजन, चाहे वो हाउसवाइफ हो या वर्किंग वुमन हो। अभी क्या करना है, मेडिटेशन हियर इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी कि आप कंपलसरी किसी रूम में जाके साइलेंट जोन में जाके बैठो और अपने आप को हील करो। नो, इफ यू आर वर्किंग, वॉट एवर यू आर एंजॉइंग, लाइक आपको डांस पसंद है, इफ यू आर एंजॉइंग पेंटिंग, इफ यू आर एंजॉइंग टॉकिंग, गो फॉर इट। यू हैव टू रिलीज द स्ट्रेस योरसेल्फ। और वो आप कोई भी फीमेल्स, मतलब मेरा एक रिक्वेस्ट है, आप अपना स्ट्रेस खुद ही लड़ सकते हो। नोबडी इज गोइंग टू हेल्प यू टू फाइट फ्रॉम दिस स्ट्रेस, यू कैन ओनली डू दैट। अभी वो स्ट्रेस का जो मैनेजमेंट, बहुत सारे लोग कहते हैं कि कोई मेडिसिन ले लेते हैं, एंजाइटी शुरू हो जाती है बिकॉज ऑफ स्ट्रेस, दे स्टार्ट टेकिंग ऑल मेडिसिन, स्लीपिंग पिल्स लेना शुरू कर देते हैं। सी, आप गोइंग फॉर ऑल दिस ट्रीटमेंट, आफ्टर ऑल इट विल टॉस योर बॉडी अगेन। सो आई स्ट्रिक्टली से डोंट गो फॉर दैट। स्ट्रेस रिलीव करने के लिए अलग अलग मेजर्स है। आप फ्रेंड्स में या आपके आसपास कहीं मेडिटेशन चल रहा है, योगा चल रहा है, पेंटिंग चल रहा है, डांसिंग चल रहा है, रिलीज। ना बेनिफिट क्या है ये सब करने का, जब आप वो चीज करते हो जिससे आपको खुशी मिल रही हो, विच गिव्स यू हैप्पीनेस, एक हैप्पी हार्मोन रिलीज होता है। अब जब हैप्पी हार्मोन रिलीज होगा, ये जो हमारे हार्मोन्स रहते हैं ना, वो एक चैनल में रहते हैं। ऐसा नहीं है कि ओनली फीमेल हार्मोन्स है, एस्ट्रोजन है, प्रोजेस्टेरोन है, दैट ओनली प्ले रोल इन पीसीओएस। दे ऑल आर इंटरलिंक्ड विद ऑल अदर हार्मोन्स। सो कोई भी एक हार्मोन्स अगर डिस्टर्ब होता है, तो वो चेन डिस्टर्ब होता ही है। सो इफ यू नो हाउ टू बी हैप्पी, तो हैप्पी हार्मोन्स आपकी वो सारी डिस्टर्ब चेन को मेंटेन कर सकता है। सो माय सेकंड इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज, try and avoid stress as much as possible. Then second comes, now emotional changes हमारे अंदर आते हैं जनरली। ये चीजें हम लोग नोटिस नहीं करते। हम लोग स्पेशली यंग एज की फीमेल्स है, जिनको इरेगुलर पीरियड स्टार्ट हो जाते हैं, व्हेन दे हैव ऑल दिस प्रॉब्लम्स, दे बिकम इरिटेटेड, छोटी छोटी बातों पे गुस्सा आना, किसी के साथ इंटरेक्ट नहीं करना, ये सारे बिहेवियर चेंजेस वी आर ऑब्जर्विंग इन सो मेनी फीमेल्स नाउअडेज, और हम उसको समझते हैं कि उसका नेचर है. सी डोंट थिंक इट एज अ नेचर. इफ अगर आप फेमिनाइन कैरेक्टर क्या है, तो फीमेल हार्मोन्स है ईस्ट्रोजन प्रोजेस्टेरोन, तो एक वुमेन को फेमिनाइन कैरेक्टर देते हैं. फेमिनाइन कैरेक्टर क्या है? एक लड़की बनने का कैरेक्टर. वो ओनली फिजिकल लेवल पे नहीं है कि आपके फिजिकली जो ऑर्गन्स डेवलप होते हैं या फिर आपके हेयर्स या स्किन, इट ऑल्सो प्ले रोल इन इमोशनल ब्रिंगिंग ऑफ अ वुमन ऑल्सो. तो वो सब चीजें अगर नहीं हो रही है, इट मीन्स कि कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है. Why I am discussing this? अगर आपके घर में कोई लड़की है या आपकी मदर इन लॉ है या आपकी डॉटर इन लॉ है, if they shows such kind of symptoms, try and find out कि उनको ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है. They are turning toward any conditions like this PCOS or PCOD. Find out. हम लोग जब डायग्नोसिस के लिए सोचते हैं, when we think of diagnosis of PCOD और PCOS, usually कब पता चलता है? हम लोग इग्नोर ही करते हैं most of the time. या तो यंग एज की वीमेन है, जब वो कंसीव करना चाहती है, शी इज फेलिंग टू कंसीव, दे वेंट टू डॉक्टर, और फिर पता चलता है कि शी इज हैविंग पीसीओडी और पीसीओएस. सेकंड, यस, हेलो,
No, please go ahead.
ओके ओके, सॉरी सॉरी. हाँ, यूजुअली हम लोग वो डायग्नोसिस पे डिपेंडेंट हो जाते हैं, और जब डायग्नोस्ड होता है, देन व्हाट वी डू, इमीडिएटली विल गो टू सम आर्टिफिशियल हार्मोनल थेरेपी. वो क्या करते हैं? एक हार्मोन्स देते हैं ताकि यू गेट रेगुलर पीरियड एवरी मंथ. Now this is not the solution. See, I'm not against that therapy. ऐसी conditions भी है जहाँ पे वो चीज की नीड बढ़ जाता है, but it is the last option. Try it and do naturally as much as possible, और वो होता ही है. Only thing is we have to keep patience and we have to follow our routine perfectly. आज आज आप आज सुन लिया लेक्चर आप लोगों ने, घर जाके 10:30 सो गए, सुबह 6 बजे उठ गए, 2 दिन किया, फिर थर्ड डे से वापस वही रूटीन हमारा, वही खाना, वही बाहर का खाना, वही फास्ट फूड खा लिया, डिस्टर्ब सोना. सो आई वांट टू से कि जो भी रूटीन आप करते हो उसको अच्छे से फॉलो करना बहुत जरूरी है टू मेंटेन योर साइकिल्स, मेंटेन योर बायोलॉजिकल रिदम ऑफ द बॉडी. सो जब मेरा कहने का मतलब ये है कि आर्टिफिशियल हार्मोन्स पे इसलिए अवॉइड करना चाहिए क्योंकि वो आफ्टर ऑल कोई भी चीज जब बाहर से आती है तो आपका अंदर का जो मैकेनिज्म है वो खुद बनाना बंद कर देता है. इट विल स्टॉप प्रोड्यूसिंग नेचुरल हार्मोन्स, क्योंकि बॉडी को मैसेज मिल जाता है कि यू आर गेटिंग समथिंग फ्रॉम आउटसाइड, तो धीरे 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 करके वो अपना काम करना बंद कर देगा. एंड व्हाट हैपेंस, जैसे कोई अगर 25 इयर्स की फीमेल है, वो आर्टिफिशियल हार्मोन्स लेना शुरू करती है, व्हेन शी रीच एट 30-35, अब क्या हो जाता है, अब जब वो सब कुछ बंद कर देती है, शी ऑब्जर्व दैट अब उसके मेंसेस ही नहीं आ रहे, शी इज नॉट गेटिंग पीरियड्स और गेटिंग वंस इन 6 months लाइक दैट, क्योंककि बॉडी को पता चल गया है कि वो बाहर से आ रहा है, तो इट्स नॉट प्रोड्यूसिंग द फीमेल हार्मोन्स. एंड देन अगेन शी स्टार्ट ऑल दिस फीमेल कैरेक्टर्स आना, स्किन टैग्स निकल आते हैं, पिगमेंटेशन, हेयर ग्रोथ, ऑल सच सिम्टम्स गेट स्टार्टेड. So my main concern for main thing is discussing about this कि जो भी कुछ मैंने कहा, sleep, food, diet and mentally आपको कैसे हैप्पी रहना है, वो बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. Now exercise का पार्ट जब आता है, usually whenever you have a PCOD और PCOS, आजकल लोग जाते ही इसलिए क्योंकि they think कि मेरा वेट गेन हो रहा है ना, it means I am having PCOS. Although बहुत सारे मल्टीपल रीजंस हो सकते हैं, डेफिनेटली इट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ दिस कंडीशन, और वेट लॉस करना इम्पॉर्टेंट है, बट रिमेंबर वन सेंटेंस, वी हैव टू लूज वेट एंड नॉट लूज अवर न्यूट्रिशन. हम लोग यही गलती करते हैं. वेट लॉस करने के लिए जब पीसीओएस में आपका वेट गेन हो रहा है, यू गो ऑन ऑल काइंड ऑफ फैट डाइट्स, क्रैश डाइटिंग कर लिया, ओनली फ्रूट डाइट पे रह लिया. अब क्या होता है, आफ्टर दिस, आफ्टर अ फ्यू मंथ्स आपके साइकिल्स और ज्यादा वर्सन हो जाएंगे, बिकॉज न्यूट्रिशन मिला नहीं है. नाउ न्यूट्रिशन क्यों इंपॉर्टेंट है? सी हॉर्मोन्स एक्चुअली दे आर मेड अप ऑफ प्रोटीन्स ओनली. अब आप अच्छा खाना नहीं खाएंगे, प्रोटीन रिच फूड नहीं खाएंगे, और सिर्फ प्रोटीन ही नहीं, जब हार्मोन का सिंथेसिस होता है, ये पूरा फिजियोलॉजी है, लेकिन जब हार्मोन्स बनते हैं तो उसके लिए एसेंशियल विटामिन बहुत जरूरी है. और विटामिन भले ही छोटी मात्रा में है लेकिन बहुत एसेंशियल है. इसीलिए कहा जाता है कि दिन का एक मील कंपल्सरी फ्रूट होना चाहिए, चाहे वो आप इन बिटवीन स्नैक्स में करो या मॉर्निंग के ब्रेकफास्ट और लंच के बीच में, जो आजकल ब्रंच कहा जाता है, उसको ब्रंच में यूज कर सकते हैं, बिकॉज वो जो माइक्रो न्यूट्रिएंट्स है वो आपको बॉडी को बहुत हेल्थी रख सकते हैं, आपके हार्मोन के सिंथेसिस के लिए, आपकी ब्यूटी के लिए. जो फीमेल्स को जब सारे स्किन टैग्स वो सब आ जाते हैं, दैट प्लेज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल. अब जैसे अब समर आ रहा है, वी नो कि मैंगो आ रहा है, मैंगो सब लोग रेस्ट्रिक्ट करते हैं, अरे मैं मोटी हो जाऊंगी, ऑलरेडी आई एम हैविंग पीसीओएस. मैंगो मोटा नहीं करता इफ यू नो हाउ टू ईट इट करेक्टली. आपको दिन में 6-7 नहीं खाने, एटलीस्ट 1 राइप मैंगो अच्छा ग्रोन ऑर्गेनिकली, यू कैन गो फॉर दैट, इट इज गुड फॉर यू। देन थोड़ी चीज जैसे मैंने बताई, और दूसरी चीज ऐसी क्या चीज हो रही है आज के जमाने में जो हमको प्रोन कर रही है डिजीज। बहुत सारे लोग ये एक्सेप्ट करते हैं, नहीं करते, दैट इज कॉस्मेटिक्स एक्चुअली। जो कॉस्मेटिक्स आप लोग फेस पे लगाते हो, बॉडी पे लगाते हो, जो केमिकल है आजकल, आपको पता है ऑर्गेनिक कॉस्मेटिक्स भी आने लगे, हर्बल प्रोडक्ट्स आने लगे। या इफ यू आर सो फॉन्ड ऑफ दैट, डेफिनेटली गो फॉर इट। जब आप कोई आर्टिफिशियल चीजें लगाते हो, जो भी ये जो लिपस्टिक्स है जो हम यूज करते हैं, वो बॉडी उसको रिकॉग्नाइज करती है एज एन एंटीजन, और वी कैन से एन आर्टिफिशियल हार्मोन फ्रॉम आउटसाइड। ये मैं इसलिए कह रही हूँ, अभी रिसेंटली एक सर्वे में आया था कि जब एक बच्चा जन्म लेता है या बेबी जब वूम्ब में रहता है, दे कैरीज 200 टाइप्स ऑफ कार्सिनोजेंस। मतलब जब मदर 9 मंथ्स जो सारी चीजें लगाती है, मेकअप लगा लिया, माउथ पे लिपस्टिक्स लगा लिया, परफ्यूम्स लगा लिया, वो सब चीजें एक्चुअली अफेक्ट करती है। तो मैं यही सजेस्ट करती हूँ कि सी इफ यू वांट टू लीव अ हेल्दी लाइफ, क्योंकि पीसीओडी पीसीओएस वो सारा इनिशियल स्टेज है। अगर आप उसको अभी करेक्ट नहीं करोगे तो मे बी आफ्टर 45-50 यू माइट टर्न इनटू सम अदर कंडीशन व्हिच इज मोर बैड देन दिस। और ये पीसीओएस कंप्लीटली रिवर्सिबल कंडीशन, कंप्लीटली रिवर्सिबल है, और ये लाइफ थ्रेटनिंग बिल्कुल भी नहीं है। तो आप उसको रिवर्स कर सकते हैं। तो ये सारी चीजेस को एक्सेप्ट करो। जैसे हम लोग मोबाइल्स पे कंटिन्यूसली रहना, कॉस्मेटिक्स का यूज करना, पैक्ड फूड खाना। जब हम पैक्ड फूड खाते हैं उसके अंदर जो भी प्रिजर्वेटिव्स यूज होते हैं वो भी डेंजरस है, वो भी हमारे हार्मोन सिंथेसिस को अफेक्ट करते हैं। ऑल्दो दे आर वेरी माइनर थिंग्स, माइनर चेंजेस व्हिच वी हैव टू डू इन आवर रूटीन लाइफ, बट दे आर डेफिनेटली इम्पोर्टेंट। नाउ सेकेंड, दूसरा चीज मैं डिस्कस करने वाली हूँ आज रिगार्डिंग फाइब्रॉइड। नाउ सी यूट्राइन फाइब्रॉइड है, मोस्टली क्या होता है, सी फीमेल रिलेटेड कोई भी डिजीज हो, चाहे वो पीसीओडी पीसीओएस फाइब्रॉइड है या कोई छोटी मोटी ओवरी पे आने वाली सिस्ट है, सी एवरीथिंग इज रिलेटेड टू फीमेल हार्मोन्स। और आपको करेक्ट वे में ये सारी चीजें जो मैं आपको बता रही हूँ कि कैसे हम मेंटेन कर सकते हैं, अगर वो करोगे तो डेफिनेटली यू विल नॉट सफर फ्रॉम दिस काइंड ऑफ फाइब्रॉइड एंड ऑल थिंग्स। बट अगर आपको है ऑलरेडी फाइब्रॉइड है, कैसे पता चलता है? ऐसे फाइब्रॉइड मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम एसिम्प्टोमेटिक रहता है, मोस्ट ऑफ लोगों को पता ही नहीं चलता है। जब वो कोई और कंडीशन की वजह से स्कैन कराते हैं एंड दे कम अक्रॉस ओ दे आर हैविंग फाइब्रॉइड। और दूसरा रीजन, जब मेनोपॉज की तरफ फीमेल जाती है या मिडिल एज में फीमेल को प्रोफ्यूज ब्लीडिंग होता है, लाइक मंथली पीरियड्स जब आते हैं, आइडियली 7 डेज से ज्यादा एक्सटेंड हो जाते हैं, 10-15 days profuse bleeding, and then we advise them to go for scan and we come across कि उनको fibroid है। या fibroid means it's nothing like a kind of a growth जो आपकी यूट्रस में होता है ना। ये जो ग्रोथ होता है या जो भी कुछ होता है, मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम अगर वो बहुत छोटा है, स्मॉल है, तो उसको ज्यादा मेडिकली ट्रीट करने की जरूरत नहीं है। आप हेल्दी लाइफस्टाइल, जो भी चीजें मैं अभी जो बता रही हूँ, जो हॉर्मोन्स के लिए जो इम्पोर्टेंट है, वो फॉलो करोगे तो 2 ऑप्शन होता है, या तो वो रिड्यूस होना शुरू हो जाता है या तो वो एज इट इज रहती है और आपकी लाइफ में आगे जाकर वो बढ़ती नहीं है। अगर आप अच्छी रूटीन जी रहे हो, अच्छी लाइफस्टाइल एक्सेप्ट कंडीशन में, हो सकता है आपको ट्रीटमेंट की जरूरत ही ना पड़े आगे जाकर। तो मेरा कहने का मतलब है कि फाइब्रोइड की ट्रीटमेंट कब करने की जरूरत है? जब आपको इतना ब्लीडिंग बढ़ जाता है कि इट्स अफेक्टिंग योर हेल्थ, आपको एवरी 20 डेज ब्लीडिंग होना स्टार्ट हो जाता है, आप एनीमिक होना शुरू हो गए, यू रिक्वायर ट्रीटमेंट। सेकेंड, ग्रोथ इतना बड़ा है कि अब उसको मेडिकली या नेचुरल मेजर्स से प्रिवेंट नहीं कर पा रहे, देन ओनली यू हैव टू गो फॉर सर्जरी और वट एवर द ट्रीटमेंट इज रिक्वायर्ड। Fibroid, see, I'm not discussing too much of on fibroid because fibroid usually होता ही ऐसी कंडीशंस में है, या तो लेटर स्टेज ऑफ लाइफ में ज्यादा आता है फीमेल्स को। तो जब मान लो आप मेनोपॉज की तरफ टर्न होने ही वाले हो 2-3 साल में और आपको फाइब्रोइड का साइज है बहुत छोटा, यू डोंट नीड टू वरी, बिकॉज जैसे जैसे वो हम लोग मेनोपॉज तरफ जाएंगे फीमेल हार्मोन्स रिड्यूस हो जाएंगे, और फीमेल हार्मोन्स जैसे जैसे रिड्यूस होना शुरू हो जाता है उसका ग्रोथ वैसे ही स्टॉप हो जाता है। एंड हाउ, अब ऐसे कंडीशंस में ना ऐसे कंडीशंस में हाउ होम्योपैथी और एनी अदर अल्टरनेटिव थेरेपी कैन हेल्प। फर्स्ट, पीसीओडी या पीसीओएस में क्या कर सकते हैं? मान लो आपको यू हैव दिस कंडीशन, जो भी साइंस एंड सिम्टम्स मैंने भी आपको बताए, जो भी लाइफस्टाइल चेंजेस बताए, यू आर डूइंग दैट, फॉलोइंग दैट, बट स्टिल यू आर नॉट रिकवरिंग, या देन यू रिक्वायर मेडिकल इंटरवेंशन। आप किसी अच्छे प्रैक्टिशनर या अच्छे भी आपके कोई फ्रेंड्स है जो इस थेरापी से इन्वॉल्व है, to go and tell them Now how as a homeopath we can help you? हम लोग क्या करते हैं, we don't treat you just on the symptoms कि आपको periods pain हो रहा है या आपको ये acne हो रहा है, we don't treat on that way कि आप face पे cream लगा लिया या आपको कोई hormones दे दिया. No, what we will do, we'll take your whole history. आपको ये शुरुआत कहाँ से हुई, why it has started. बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जो हमारे पास्ट में होती है, इमोशनल ब्रेकडाउन्स होते हैं, डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ स्ट्रेसेस आते हैं, बॉडी के फिजिकल स्ट्रेस. ऐसा भी हमने कई पेशेंट्स में देखा है, जब वो जस्ट वेट बहुत हो गया था, पीसीओएस के सिम्टम्स नहीं थे, बट शी वेंट ऑन टू क्रैश डाइट. एक दिन फ्रूट खाया, एक दिन सिर्फ मूंग का पानी खाया, एंड आफ्टर 2-3 मंथ्स शी केम अक्रॉस कि उसके मेंस्ट्रुअल साइकिल में पूरा डिस्टर्बेंस शुरू हो गया. एवरी मंथ शी इज हैविंग प्रॉब्लम. And then after a few months she came that, oh, I am now patient of PCOD. Why I am saying this condition? Because जब हम लोग ऐसी conditions के through पास होते हैं और जब हमको disease होती है तो उसका way of treatment होम्योपैथी में अलग रहता है. अगर आपका emotional breakdowns हो गए हैं या पीछे कुछ stress आया है, उसके बाद PCOS के symptoms आना शुरू हुए, तो उसके लिए treatment अलग रहता है. मतलब एक individual approach रहता है from patient to patient. Same medicine, एक आज जिस कोई मेडिसिन दी गई है वही सेम मेडिसिन विल नॉट एक्ट ऑन अदर. व्हाई आई एम सेइंग दिस, आजकल इंटरनेट पे सब कुछ अवेलेबल है, लोग सर्च करते हैं होम्योपैथिक मेडिसिन फॉर पीसीओएस, दे गो टू फार्मेसी, दे बाय इट. So why I am saying they don't use such kind of any alternative therapy. You can't use just by looking into a Google. इसीलिए करेक्ट डॉक्टर के पास जाके वो उनको अपने टाइम देके हिस्ट्री सब कुछ जानने के बाद दे विल गिव यू करेक्ट मेडिसिन. सो because of time constraint I have to sure, give everything in as short as possible. So मेरा मतलब throughout ये कहने का मतलब यही था कि अगर आप अच्छे से खाते हो, अच्छे से सोते हो, हैप्पी रहते हो, तो definitely every female will be happy. और एक important चीज, because we are discussing this on a special occasion of International Women's Day. See, women's को सबसे पहले खुद के बॉडी को रिस्पेक्ट करना और केयर करना सीखना है. मोस्ट ऑफ द थिंग पता है, हाउसवाइफ हम लोग ये सोचते हैं वर्किंग वुमन स्ट्रेस रहती है, हाउसवाइफ कहाँ से स्ट्रेस रहती है, ऐसे बहुत सारे लोग सोचते हैं. सी आई विल टेल यू वन थिंग, हम लोग क्या करते हैं सिंपल, जब हम खाना बनाते हैं विल गिव टू मदर, फादर, सन, हस्बैंड, एवरीबॉडी, एंड वी आर द लास्ट टू ईट. ऐसी छोटी छोटी चेंजेस जो हम बॉडी में हमारे लाइफ में लाने हैं, क्योंकि पहले आप खुद नरिश होंगे, खुद हेल्दी रहोगे, तब आप लोगों को हेल्दी कर पाओगे. तो माई मेन इंटेंशन इज टू टेक केयर ऑफ योर हेल्थ and be happy. If you are happy, if you are healthy, then only आप अपने परिवार को healthy बना सकते हो. Thank you girls.
Thank you, Dr. Naya. This was fantastic. I loved it, and I don't think I have heard so clearly ever about a disorder like PCOS and fibroid as you did. Yes, I would have liked a little more on the fibroid bit, because I think it's really becoming a big scourge. I'm seeing on average many women. But I'm going to leave it for the question answer session actually.
Correct.
We have run late by 15 minutes because of the noise on the background. But I think Dr. Naya has made up for it absolutely. I think she's done a fantastic job to cover the area beautifully and brought the focus into lifestyle, a proper lifestyle. Any questions? I did hear a question of oil pulling, which of course is a general question, not necessarily specific to PCOS. But since doctor did mention oil pulling, and a lot of us don't do it, so it's a good idea if Dr. Naya does touch on it a bit. Are there any questions? You can put them on the chat box, or you can come on video and raise your hand. So after she's answered the question of oil pulling, Punita, you can ask the question, right? Yeah, Dr. Naya, quickly on oil pulling, because that's something which is going to be helpful for everyone.
Okay. See, oil pulling का mean, see coconut, आपको see everybody knows coconut को हिंदी में श्रीफल कहा जाता है. श्रीफल क्यों कहा जाता है? ये एक ऐसा फल है, ये ऐसा फ्रूट है जो 12 months अवेलेबल होता है. और जो भी चीज 12 months अवेलेबल, चाहे वो कोकोनट हो, राइस हो या बनाना हो, जो चीजें 12 months अवेलेबल रहती है ना, आप खुद समझ सकते हो कि वो पूरे सीजन्स को सस्टेन करके बनी हुई है. अब जब कोकोनट का ऑयल हम यूज करते हैं, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट प्योर ऑर्गेनिक वर्जिन कोकोनट ऑयल. कोई भी जाके या पैराशूट का कोकोनट ऑयल मुंह में नहीं डालना है. You use a good quality of coconut. What you have to do, just 1 spoon of oil, put it in your mouth, और उसको gargle नहीं करना है. Just you have to, I am able to, I think I am showing this. You just have to pull from every corners of the mouth, and then you don't have to swallow that, and you have to spit it up. ये क्या होता है, जो हमारे माउथ में जो टॉक्सिन्स रहते हैं जब हम खाना खाते हैं, या जो टॉक्सिन्स रहते हैं वो हमारे माउथ से ही स्टार्ट होते हैं. और हम लोग कहते हैं खाना जो डाइजेस्ट करते हैं हम लोग, सब मैक्सिमम पार्ट होता है माउथ, जो आप च्यू करते हो. जितना ज्यादा माउथ में च्यू करोगे उतना अच्छा डाइजेशन अंदर बॉडी में होगा. और इसीलिए माउथ प्लेज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट टू गेट गिव यू अ गुड हेल्थ टू द बॉडी. और इसीलिए जब आप कोकोनट ऑयल का पुलिंग करते हो, वो आपके सारे डिटॉक्स जो पूरी रात या पूरे जो 12 आवर्स या 15 आवर्स जो भी गैप में रहा है वो रिमूव कर देता है. और इसीलिए ऑयल पुलिंग बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. Somebody is asking detox water.
There is a question on detox water. If you touched on detox water, kishmish, I think you would mention 3 things: jeera, kishmish, and
Methi.
kala kishmish and methi. Yeah.
Yes,
soak it overnight and drink it in the morning, correct?
Yes.
First thing in the
See,
morning.
detox water is something you can use. There are different detox waters. You can use it. लोग बहुत सारी चीजें ऐड करते हैं. Why I'm focusing on these 3 things? क्योंकि ये 3 things ऐसी है जो weight as well as hormones के लिए important है. जब हम लोग बात PCOS की कर रहे हैं तो that is the reason I have used these 3 things, because जो काली किशमिश होती है उसके अंदर के जो सारे कंटेंट्स रहते हैं वो बहुत अच्छे रहते हैं हमारे ओवरीज के लिए और हार्मोन्स, फीमेल हार्मोन्स के लिए. दैट इज द रीजन आई हैव यूज्ड ओनली दिस 3 थिंग्स. आप दूसरा और भी डिटॉक्स बहुत सारे हर्ब्स को भी यूज करके बना सकते हैं. इवन मोरिंगा सीड्स को भी यूज करके पी सकते हैं.
Okay. There was a question, Punita, you wanted to ask a question. You can
Yes.
you can unmute yourself and ask the question.
Yes, I wanted to ask. Can you hear me?
Yes.
You're loud.
Please.
Okay, I have actually 2 quick questions. One is I have a 16-year-old daughter who's been showing a blackening of the neck. Her period cycle has now come down to, has stabilized to about 25 days. But she gets painful periods and she has blackening of the neck, and she's very hairy since she was a little baby. But now she's having some growth on her chin and her lips. So, so should any intervention, my question is really, should an intervention be done at 16, or what kind of diet should I focus on, or yoga? That is my question.
Yes, she is actually very young for any intervention right now. Yeah, if you are saying that she is having painful periods, yeah, I would suggest that first, for at least for a 5-6 months, allow her to go on a good diet. You can even suggest her some yogasana specifically for PCOS, like if she's doing Bhujangasana, Sarvangasana, if she's doing Titiyasana, all few asanas are there. Tell her to do that. And rest of diet and everything which I am explaining in this lecture, you can allow to follow, and you wait, because I don't think at this age she requires medical intervention immediately. But even if you go for intervention, don't go directly for any artificial therapies. You can use any homeopathy or any Ayurveda or naturopathic way of treatment, so that at least she will reverse naturally. Because at this age, I personally don't prefer her to get into any artificial hormones or anything, and she will improve, because she is at 16. She will definitely respond easily.
Right. So yogas, you said Titli, Bhujang. So I can Google what are the asanas.
Yeah. You can do that. Even we'll see if it is possible. I'll share on WhatsApp what you can do.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I had just one more question. I also, I think, had PCOS, and I have been put on an intermittent diet by my naturopath. But you said that one should eat a breakfast early in the morning. So there's a bit of a contradiction there.
Yes. See,
for weight loss these days, everybody's suggesting intermittent diet. So
that is actually, it differs from different dietitians, different doctors. But I personally do believe we have to follow that diet which we can follow throughout your life. Like intermittent fasting, you can't live in the same kind of fasting throughout the life. So I personally believe if you're taking good diet, healthy diet, frequent meals you are taking, I think that is good enough. Because we are not meant in sometimes, like, okay, if you are used to intermittent fasting and you're seeing improvement, definitely I'll not say don't do that. But if you ask me my opinion, I would suggest to follow this kind of diet. Means on a regular, like you don't skip any meal and you have a food meal. See, simple example, जब आप थोड़ा थोड़ा इंटरवल पे खाना खाते हो, if you eat at little interval, आपके बॉडी का वो छोटे से मील में से भी न्यूट्रिशन बहुत अच्छे से एब्जॉर्ब है. If you take a huge gap, like सुबह खाना खा लिया, 12-15 आवर्स का गैप कर लिया, फिर रात को इफ यू आर टेकिंग, तो वो जो न्यूट्रिशनल वैल्यू है वो उतना नहीं रहता. ऐसा पर्सनली एज अ डॉक्टर एंड एज अ नेचुरोपैथ आई डू बिलीव कि ऐसा करने से अच्छा रहता है. You get nutrition.
All right. Thank you so much.
So,
Dr. Naya, this is Priya here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Priya, can you come on? Priya Govindan?
Yeah. Dr. Naya, see, I am insulin resistant and I've been on a diet, as in I lost 20 kgs, then I conceived, then I put on 30 kgs. So I am doing intermittent fasting because I cannot work out. I have a ligament stretch in the pelvic area which doesn't allow me to work out till it is fully healed. It takes its own time. So
Correct.
it is working for me. Intermittent fasting is working for me. My question on the, basically that's why I said if you could speak a little about insulin resistance, because I think that is something that nobody talks about as an issue. Unfortunately, medicine is a profession where I think now it's become a business. So the root to all half a dozen diseases on which most of the doctors actually live. Allopathic live out of
Actually,
it.
I just wanted to interrupt here a bit, Dr. Naya.
Yes, please.
You know, while intermittent fasting is becoming I mean, I don't want to call it a fad because many of us do follow it. And also it's very beautifully promoted. I think if one goes by the Ayurveda Dincharya, you are in a sense already following intermittent fasting. So if you typically do eat before 7, before sunset, and your next meal is in the morning between at 8 or 9 o'clock, you're pretty much you know, on the ball. So yeah, so I think while intermittent fasting is kind of today a very you know, westernized fad, but you know, our ancient process is pretty much out there. You know,
See,
it's actually having an English name, but it is actually the principles of Ayurveda if you look at it from that perspective.
Absolutely.
But see, in our tradition, we used to have different fasting. हर महीने के 11th day पे 11th पे we used to fast. We have certain things we used to fast. This is a natural way of protecting or detoxifying ourselves. इसीलिए God ने हमारे यहाँ एक ऐसे system बनाई थी कि after a few days we go for different kind of fasting. So see, I'm not against intermittent fasting. बहुत सारे लोगों को ये suit भी करता है. Only my thing is, whenever you are suffering from such kind of diseases, तो मेरा कहने का मतलब ये है, if you are taking this kind of diet, nutrition अच्छा मिलता है बॉडी को. See, every doctor is following different kind of method of treating. So I definitely see those who are getting benefit out of intermittent fasting. I'm not saying to stop that. Definitely you can do that. But this is what I, as a homeopath, as a naturopathy and a yoga, and whatever I've seen in my experience, कि ऐसा करने से लोगों को फर्क आया है. Not only on physical level, even emotional level पे भी मैंने देखा है, वो एक sense of well-being बहुत अच्छे से देखने को मिली है.
Yeah, and I also again wanted to add here, Dr. Naya, and I'm sure we'll cover it more in some of our Ayurveda sessions, is that, you know, I love the way homeopathy treats every individual case separately. And, you know, and the treatment is different even if the disease seems to be same. I think almost all ancient therapy has a very individual approach and not a standardized. It may have been classified very beautifully, but there is no standardized approach like allopathy has. For example, even when it comes to fasting, you know, or taking breaks between meals, it differs whether you are a pitta, you are a vata, or you are a kapha. It depends on your vikruti. It depends on very, very specific and so your effect can be different. You know, the effect of those fastings can be different from case to case also. So I was just kind of reinforcing the point which we were trying to make. Any other people have been asking about black munakka. The black kishmish is basically munakka. Are you referring to munakka, or you are referring to any other black kishmish?
Kishmish only, that grapes, dry grapes जो मिलता है
but
ना,
munakka is the big one, which is supposed to be very heat producing, and you're supposed to soak it and have it. Are you referring to that?
No, small black color grapes, no, raisins बोलते हैं English में.
Can I tell you, black grapes, black kishmish is actually black in color and it's small like raisins. Normal raisins are brown in color. Black kishmish are black in color. Munakka is big and dark brown.
It's big.
No, not that.
Munakka,
I'm discussing.
So it's
Not
not Munakka.
Munakka.
You're not referring
Smaller
to
one.
Sure.
Smaller one I'm
Smaller.
talking about. Exact word I
Black
don't
in
know
color.
what is. Tell
It's
in
called
Hindi.
kala kishmish only in retail shops.
Yeah, Kala Kishmish, absolutely. Any other questions
I have a
around
question for you.
fibroids?
Yeah, I have a question.
Can you introduce
Ma'am,
yourself when you ask the? Just a moment. Can you
okay,
introduce yourself when you ask the question?
Yeah, my name is Jyoti.
Yes.
I'm the founder of onAhealthyNote.com. Just wanted to check with you on this. When you say jeera, kala kishmish, and methi dana to be soaked overnight, so when early morning when you drink that water, is it supposed to be had on an empty stomach or can it be had anytime during the day?
No,
And,
empty stomach. That's what I told. After brushing, first thing you have to take that.
And do you then eat the seeds and all also, like jeera, kala kishmish bhi le jana hai ki only water drink
No,
karna hai?
only water. Water which is soaked.
So what
that you
happens
have
to the kala kishmish, jeera, and methi dana? We throw them away or we sprout them and eat them or whatever. Like,
Yeah, see, that's totally up to you. You can use it in
No, I'm
any
just
form. I have seen many people who used to crush it and have it also. So that
And
is
then
also
what-
fine.
how
Even
much
methi
gap
dana, you can swallow it also if you can. More
Okay,
detox. See, when we are talking about water, means you have to use that water. All other things like methi dana also you can swallow, as we are doing. Many of people are doing. We take that methi dana along with water soaked overnight, so you can use that
So
only, no problem.
I want to emphasize a little more on questions which deepen our knowledge. These all
Yes.
things can be shared on our WhatsApp group. So if you all want to understand more about PCOS symptoms or the causes, or you want to understand about fibroids, how to really prevent fibroids,
Somebody has asked in
or
between
understand
about.
them. If anybody has questions around them, please do ask.
Somebody was asking me about fibroid. Can it go on?
Yes,
on
on
like
a
that?
chat
Yeah,
box, there was some
Dr.
question
Naya,
around.
if you can speak a little bit about insulin resistance, I think that's a very important topic because a lot of people are not aware about it.
So insulin resistance we'll be taking on in a diabetes
Yeah,
topic.
exactly.
So
Because
I
we need
would
to discuss it with along diabetes only, because it's very huge
Correct.
topic actually.
It's a huge topic, so we'll be taking it up separately. Any other questions?
Question, ma'am.
Please.
Hello.
Here.
Can I go ahead?
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Here.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, I just want to know how could uterine fibroid be controlled?
Yeah, see, it's first of all uterine fibroid. We have to know that at what age you are having. If it's at very younger age, it requires medical intervention. It requires proper treatment actually, because fibroid is not such a thing that you just can't wait. You just wait by following all diet and everything. It will not go off like that. So if it is very small in size, definitely we can rely on lifestyle changes, some certain foods and some herbal things. But if it is larger in size and if it is at younger age, it requires treatment, proper homeopathic or Ayurvedic, or even if it is large in size, we have to go for allopathic treatment, or in some later stages, we have to go for surgery also.
No, I mean what when you said we can control it ourselves, at that time what we should do to control it?
Yeah, see, same thing. See, fibroid, uterine fibroid means something is related to female hormones only. So the same diets, that is why I have discussed this thing together. You have to follow all this diet regular. You have to follow the routines. You have to control your stress. You have to do yogasanas and everything. And in case in between, I'll suggest, because see, don't in this condition you need little bit of alternative therapy along with the lifestyle changes, and definitely you will recover. And most of the time uterine fibroids, even if it is there, if it's small in size, if you're taking treatment, you can leave it as it is. It's not going to harm you if it is very small in size. Only if it is increasing, even though you are doing changes in the body lifestyle, and if it is day by day increasing, symptoms are increasing, like if you're having bleeding profusely, you are having pain during every period, so then it requires proper treatment. Otherwise, through management we can control.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I'll just continue my question. I got menopause very early. By the age of 38, I had menopause. Now, life is normal, but I have a lot of hair coming on my chin. I had
Okay.
PCOD also at one point of time, and I had taken homeopathic treatment. Now,
Okay.
my question is right now is that do I need special treatment for myself just because I have these hair happening on my chin, or is it
Oh,
normal?
see, what is your age?
Now I'm 46.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
see, usually at this age, it's very obvious that because now the female hormones are reducing because you are turning toward a menopause and you get some male kind of hair growth on the body. See, all these conditions don't require treatment actually until and unless you have any other physical symptoms associated with that. If you are having any disturbance with periods, if you are having any other pains or anything
I'm
like
post menopause. I'm
you
post.
have. Hello.
Hello, can you hear
Yeah,
me?
Rahul. Yeah. Tell me. You are getting your menses or it has stopped completely?
No, Naya, she's had menopause at 38, she
Sorry.
said. She had
I'm
early
post.
menopause.
Yeah,
Okay,
post
okay. Sorry,
menopause.
I'm not. Okay. Correct. So
So
I
that's why.
see. Then in that condition, I don't think there is any medical treatment required right now. You can just
Okay.
follow all the things because if you don't having any symptoms, it's obvious that you will have this kind of physical appearance of hair growth and all things because your hormones are reduced. So for a time being, the male hormones are also increasing and decreasing in your body. So it is obvious. I'll not suggest you to go for any therapy right now. Just because of these symptoms, definitely not.
Okay, thank you so much. Just one small question: does
Yeah.
the milk that we consume, the
Hmm.
normal milk with say hormones being injected to the cows, also affect
Hmm.
us women?
See, definitely. See, any hormones. That is the I think main organic milk that people are using nowadays. The reason is that only because see, if the cow itself is a woman, right? After all, she is
Right.
a female. So when
Hmm.
any female gives milk or she has a milk only if she has a female hormones, and if they are injecting any hormones, why they are injecting only to produce a milk. So anyhow,
Right.
that hormone are coming in our body also, although it is coming in very microns, but definitely it's affecting. So that is the reason in such a group we are discussing to go for organic milk or there people are going vegan nowadays.
Thank you
Yeah,
very
thank you.
much,
Thank you
Dr.
so
Naya.
much.
Thank you
Yes.
very much. I know there are lots of other questions which are there in the chat box. Please feel free to put them on the group. We have a group, and I will make
Yes.
sure that Dr. Naya is able to answer each and every one of them. We now go to the next section of our session, introducing Jyoti Bhatt, who is a woman agripreneur from Karnataka. She's doing some amazing work in giving us. So there's a reason why we got into this section. We wanted to introduce women who are doing very good work in actually setting our lifestyles in order through food, because food is medicine, and that is really what our real emphasis across all our sessions is going to be. And the women who are doing good work in bringing organic healthy food to us need to be known by us. And therefore Jyoti Bhatt is this amazing lady, very dynamic. I met her recently, though she's been on our platform for a long time. Jyoti would love you to speak about the work you are doing very briefly. Vedmani, are you there, or I'm not seeing Vedmani there right now. I would love Vedmani to be also there after you finish. Jyoti, go ahead. Let's hear what you're doing in Karnataka and how do you create, grow these wonderful spices. And if you want to share about a couple of these spices which benefit us.
Yeah. Hello. It's nice to hear all those medicated, all those things. But meanwhile, she mentioned continuously for the organic, right? Organic growth. That's called organic product. Okay. When you are talking about organic product, we have to know the natural way, which is natural. We have to define ourselves and educate ourselves which is originally from. Okay. We are not so-called mentioned organic and natural way. We have our own producer group that's called Sakhi. Hi everybody, this is Jyoti from Karnataka, Bangalore. Okay, so first of all, I'm thankful to Gaudi, and I want to just go through what I'm doing. So since last 4 years, I am doing with the organic thing. First, I started with only for the spices and pulses for the supplying thing. Then my effort and my intervention of all those things and research, it's called Saki Organic Research Foundation. As a director, I have to go on with the farmers, and I see what in cultivation they are doing. Okay, it's in called near to Siddhapur and Western Ghats of Uttar Kannada. I don't know how many are you knowing about that, but in educating themselves for the farmer, more than 500 farmers with me now. Okay, so some of the things which I'm dealing, particularly what doctor mentioned with your virgin coconut oil. Okay, so please educate, please customer educate yourself what is exactly the process doing for the virgin coconut oil, because in market, in every store, organic store, you can availability of the virgin coconut oil, but customer don't know how the process was. Please try to understand which is natural and how they processed. Please, I will definitely show you what all natural and what exactly natural means. Okay, so which chemical will be affecting ourselves through the body, it is more important. So what I mean was to educate yourself which is organic, which is natural, what source they actually had. That is more important. So Saki is doing like this way, and our farmers are educating every month and cultivating without chemical. For example, spice default itself has an medicine quality, you know that, आपको पता है, मगर हम लोगों को ये नहीं पता कि which chemical has through the affecting body for that black pepper. ठीक है, उसके बारे में आपको जानना है, क्यों ऑर्गेनिकली ग्रोन्ड ब्लैक पेपर यूज करना है, why it's not for the मामूली का वो ब्लैक मिर्ची क्यों नहीं खाना चाहिए, ऐसा एजुकेशन होना चाहिए हम लोगों को. मैं दिखाती हूँ थोड़ा आपको. आप देख रहे हैं मैं कैसे मैं शो
You'll have to
करूँ,
raise
पता नहीं.
your, yeah, this is great. Yeah, you can focus your
Okay.
camera closer to this. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So see, this is my black pepper, which I'm authentically saying this is black pepper, which medically used for everybody. Okay, that means it has no chemical form of chloroformas. Okay, that education has, everybody knows, at least for and who are the trader. We are not cheated for the people who are that this is organic. This is not should be happen. So my intention is Saki is not only supplying, it's also educating the people. So this is kind of the product which we are growing through the farmers without chemical, and which chemical we are not using. Okay.
Right.
So second thing,
Jyoti, that's wonderful. Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah, I saw a lot of other spices. You had cinnamon, nutmeg.
nutmeg,
I remember
yeah,
clove.
this is clove, this is cardamom, and last but not least, the pulses, what you are telling about the red rice. This is the red rice which we are growing. Please, if anything, let me know through the WhatsApp or anything query. Thank you very much.
Wonderful,
Thank you, Gauri.
wonderful. No, I've seen the quality of your spices and your rice. I think they are just supremely amazing. Thank you for doing wonderful work. I know it's not so easy to bring farmers together, convert them into natural or organic, and also supply these in a proper way. So you're doing tremendous work, Jyoti. Really congratulate you for it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gauri. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I now have the privilege of inviting Dr. Vedmani here from Manipur. She's from a long distance from most of us. We feel it's a long distance because many of us haven't really spent time in Northeast. And I have, I've been to Sikkim and Meghalaya, and but I've missed coming to Manipur. So Vedmani, I really look forward to that. Vedmani is a very special person. She's one of those very quiet, women in our group, but she's probably one of the most awarded women, today, a women agripreneur in India. And she's done amazing work, very, very modest. I was asking her for a brief profile, and all she mentioned was that she looks after the Northeast women entrepreneurs, but I know she has a very long list of accomplishments. She is an academician. She has done a lot of research in this area, and has also written a book on traditional foods. So Vedmani, over to you. I really look, you have to unmute yourself, Vedmani, and let's hear what do you bring to the table. Vedmani, you are not, can you hear me? Vedmani? Hello? I think something is hanging at her end. Vedmani, can you unmute yourself, please? Yeah, I think there's a problem at her end. She suddenly disappeared. Okay, we will wait for a moment to see whether we can get her back. So the way we are doing our sessions is that every session will be on a different subject of interest when it comes to women's health, and by a different doctor. All of them, each of the doctors will be an alternative medicine practitioner, whether an Ayurveda, a naturopath, or a homeopath. Some of them have many other therapies under their sleeve. So you have a chance to really get to know a completely large range of therapies. Please, my request to all of you is reach out to friends, family members, colleagues. Many of them suffer from these ailments. The only reason I actually thought of doing this was because we weren't getting enough of this discussion and dialogue happening in our groups. There was too much of very quick, getting to the to getting to our quick fixes, which we are used to in our lives. Really wanted some deeper dialogue to happen, understanding of each and every area. The second part, which we thought of introducing, I know Vedmani is there. Vedmani, I can see you. The second part we wanted to do was, connect this whole thing with diet and access to diet. So we keep talking about lifestyle changes, and diet is probably one of the most important components of it. So mindfulness or conscious living or holistic living, while we know that it's about stress-free living, we know there's yoga, there's meditation, there's music, there are many, many ways in which we calm our minds. But if we don't augment it with food, the right nutrition, and the right nutrition means number one, organic, and number two, having the right micronutrients grown in the right manner, eaten in the right manner, and getting access to it. So we thought of getting women agripreneurs who are doing wonderful work in different parts of India to also share how they are doing their work on the ground. And trust me, it's really, really tough work on the ground. So Vedmani, you are with us now. So I'd love to know a little bit about the traditional food book that you have written, and apart from all the other things which you do in this area, please. Wait, hello? I think there is a problem at her end. I saw her coming on and then again going off. Vedmani is in Manipur, so my guess is the networks aren't very good there. Ved, can you hear me? Okay. I think we are losing her. We're going to wait for another few moments and see if we can get her back. Ved, are you there? Right. So, I think we have lost her. Vedmani, I have lost you again. We are going to try seeing if Vedmani can join us in the other 5 sessions that we have. We have 5 more to go. So we may be losing her today. It's been wonderful to have you, all of you here. I can just see the the level of engagement. Vedmani, can you hear? Can you? Are you audible now? Can we see you? Hello? No. Hello? Yeah. Please go ahead. No, you're not audible, Vedmani. I think remove your headset and just check whether you can be that we can hear you. Just remove your headset and then maybe we can hear you. Hello? No, you're not audible. I think you're using a laptop, Vedmani. Maybe the next time you can try using a mobile. It sometimes works better. Yeah, I can see her, and I think she's struggling to talk, but no, she's not audible. Okay, so wait, we are going to just do a little bit of a dry run with you. I think you were missing in our dry run yesterday, and see if you can come in tomorrow's session or any day of the week. Okay, is that fine? I don't even know whether she can hear me. Okay, so great. Thank you very much. I'm very sorry and apologetic, though on behalf of couple of people whose audio was not muted and on and disturbed us for the first 10 to 15 minutes, because of which we are precisely 15 minutes late. My deep apologies on behalf of some of our members, and we cannot really blame anybody. I guess for many people this is new technology. We are introducing this to many. I mean, yesterday also some of our speakers were using Zoom webinar for the first time. So we need to take this in our stride, that we are really introducing new technology of communication, for the first time to many people. So yeah, while apologies, but I think we've all kind of accepted this in our stride. I do hope that from tomorrow onwards, those disturbances will not be there, so that we do finish on time and we are able to give respect and honor to all of you who have taken out very critical evening time for our webinars. I'm really looking forward to a full week of learning on these subjects, and I want this to be houseful. Please add more people. We are very happy to add more people every day to our webinars, because these kind of things are very difficult to organize, and a lot of us have to reschedule our many other priorities. So let's make sure that it reaches far and wide and everybody is able to get there. Anybody wants, no, I can see the noise starting again. Anybody wants to give very quick feedback to Dr. Naya and to Jyoti and
Yeah, Gauri, this is Vasu here.
yeah, Vasu, tell me.
Yeah, I wish to thank Naya and Jyoti, and the session was quite informative. I wish it could have been more longer. And as I was expecting to understand few more concerns with respect to endometrium thickening and how to avoid fibroids, we wish we can have a discussion going forward in the.
Who is that? I didn't get your name.
My name is Vasundhara Sriram. I am Sailaja's friend. I live in Bangalore, Jayanagar.
Okay. So Vasundhara, what I suggest is please put it on the group. What questions you still have unanswered. I'm going to pass that on to Naya and see if we can. Actually, today was a little, we did delay, and I'm sure there could have been more time for questions like
Definitely.
this.
Definitely. It was quite valuable, quite valuable. Thank you so much for organizing.
Yeah, and this is my pleasure entirely. I'm just checking. I'm going to just check the chat box and see if there is anything which was put in the chat box which I've missed as a last. Yeah. So there is there's a session. Somebody's asked about menopausal women. There's going to be a get to know more. Naya, a lot of people have really thanked you for the session. There are more questions around remedies for fibroids. The rest, I think, by and large, have been covered. Yes. So awesome. I think we have more or less covered everything. Thank you again, everybody. Let's be full house, attend, make the best use of these 6 days, just 1 hour each of our time, and ensure that we go back more informed, educated, and we are able to support many more people who have these similar issues. Thank you again. Good night. God bless you all. We can sign out until tomorrow, 8 p.m.